afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Look, do you know what? She was somewhere else. Say hi, Mars. Say hey, girl. She was somewhere else, and when she saw me going, press the button, she came and sat right next to me. Isn't it, Marceline? Go say hi. She's like, no. Girl, this is bad. Can we get a mic check, please? Because, do you know what? I did some, come get it. I did some recordings for Patreon, and 3 of the videos didn't have no sound. Can you imagine? I was pissed. So, just doing a quick sound check. If you can hear me, let me know. Put a thumbs up. This is the masky thing that I did for the week, because this is my normal clothes. And then I thought I'd get some of these. What do you think? If they fly off, mind your business. Must come. I want her to come into the camera, and she's looking at me. She's like, I know it's a trick. But I thought you came because you wanted to. Do you know what it is? It's some thyme from Zimbabwe. And they say, I'm going to make sure I'm not putting my arm over the mic. They say that if you burn it, smell it. This is Zimbabwe. So if you burn it, it opens up ways. Did you see her? She's cute, bad, isn't it? We're proper matching. That's why I want her to be in the picture. Hey, y'all. It's Halloween on a Wednesday. What did you really think I was going to come as? Because you don't know I'm cliche. Wait, the shirt's not sitting right though. You don't know I'm cliche. Well, I am these days, especially with the cat. But corny, definitely. You don't know that I'm corny, innit? So it's Wednesday. And plus, when it came down to it, I didn't have a lot of time or even effort and energy to figure out a look for this day here. So I decided to just go for what I had in the house. And I was like, I've never done Wednesday. I mean, I feel like I'm a little bit too old to do Wednesday. I've never really dressed up as an actual character before. I've always been like something like, I've dressed up as my inner child. I've dressed up as my Cancer moon. Like not real proper characters or things. So this is my first character. I would go outside like this any day of the week. I wouldn't care. When I realised that I could do a little, what do they call it? Feeding. I do a little feeding because I did the plait and it was going skinny. So obviously it's going to be fat up here in it. And then the more you go down, it gets skinny because the hair's not as thick. And this is my hair too. Blood. When I said I'm doing a feed-in, look, this one came out better though. This is the second one. Doing a feed-in. Don't play with me now. Now that I know how to do feed-in, I mean, it was a fluke. I felt like it was a fluke. But now that I know, I haven't done braids. I did braids once this year, innit? What's the sound like, you lot? Press the like button when you come in. Sound like it's all right because, look, I got the mic down here. But I'm not sure if I keep what you calling it? If I keep monksing it. It's alright, because there's no need to shout. Mars. She's been picking cards because I've just been doing some private readings, and she's been picking cards, putting her paw on the cards that she wants me to pick up. How witchy is that? How witchy is that? How witchy are my nails though? I love them. Listen, if I wasn't a hairdresser, this would be me. Just know that. It would be me. Because you know what I like to do? I like to press the buttons and do things with this part of my finger. When I tell you, if they fly off, like I said, mind your business. Mind your business. So yeah, I'm just cutting some of this sage up for us to burn. I don't know why it's this today, but it is. Got a little bit of Chopin in the background. Can you hear? And obviously, I'll just break it off normally and I feel like it with the nails. It makes me a little bit more dainty and more deliberate with how I use my hands. I think it's cute. I know, why not, Queen Coco? Why not? Because it's Wednesday today. To me, it was obvious. I mean, it was an easy look. I bought these pants, yeah, with some skulls on them. They're meant to be outside pants, but they work really well as a inside lounge pants. You know, I love an inside lounge pants, innit? Because I'm inside a lot lounging. But I nearly just wore them. Do you get me? But I didn't really have time to coordinate the look because it's you know, and it's, you know, I love dressing up on this day, innit? So today just made sense to just be Wednesday because it's Wednesday. It was easy to do. So look, there's it's just here. It's just here. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to go nowhere. I've even got on like my little tights. You guys, I'm walking unaided. Honestly, look, no boot, no crutches. I'm walking unaided. I mean, I haven't been outside. I've just been doing it in the house. I started yesterday. I just had to take a chance, man. Because you know I went out on Saturday, innit? I had a ball. I haven't candied. I candied in the boot. And then my Queen of Pentacles was great, wasn't it? And that was my favourite look. Still to this day, nothing has outdone the Queen of Pentacles. I'll try again to outdo myself maybe next year. But anyway, yeah, boom. So we went out, we did candy, and I candied in the boot. I don't know if I told you, like, yeah, but no, it was Patreon. I told. There was another party, like there was two parts of the club, yeah, and I'm meant to be cleansing the cards while I'm telling you these things. There was two parts of the club, so we was in like the smaller part of the club, and then the other side of the club, which was a lot bigger, there were these young people queuing up to go into a Halloween party. Now me and my boy, yeah, he did a whole Neo look, like leather from head to toe. He's an Aries like me, and obviously I had the second coming of Diana on, a bit of silver, a bit of bejangles going on, yeah. So, but that was our normal look. Anyway, halfway through the party that we was at, we went into the other one. We found a door that went there and we went in. No one even batted an eyelid at us. Like, why are they in normal clothes? We look fly, we look good. Never ever seen so much batty at a door though. Not even in my day in the 90s. Never have I seen so much batty at a door, a roadside. In my life. We never see it. Everybody's batty was outside. And you know what, the guys were dressed, well, I mean, it was packed. Well, not packed. It was packed. And but I saw like a couple individual. I saw Austin Powers. I also saw guys in the orange prison suits. I was like, what is going on? But mostly leotards and head dresses to go with it, but mostly leotards, batty out the door. And that brings me to tell you, people are much more, we're in Scorpio season, so hedonism is on 100. It makes sense that this whole celebration is close to this time because hedonism's on 100. Sexual Kundalini energy is on 100. Because let's not forget what Scorpio rule. Scorpio rule the genitals, my G's. My G's. Listen. Kundalini energy on 1100. That's all I'm saying. And I saw something that said no good information, no good no words of inspiration today. If you need to go and ride that. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I'm just repeating what I saw in the thing, but I was just like, that is some really good advice, you know, because sometimes, you know, something that's going to keep me flipping celibate is this whole, the sexual energy transfer. It's the energy transfer more than, I'm not scared of STD, you know. I really am not. I really am not. I know how to heal my body and them things there. But you see, them energy transfers, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I need to bring you like into the conversation because I know you're here. Why wouldn't you be piping in? Put my super chat on, why not? And then put my live chat on. Where are you lot, man? Hit the like button when you lot come in, I beg. Can you hear me okay? That's the most important thing. Hey Leah, my darling. I love a Scorpio season. A Scorpio moon. Go on, girl. Woo, Leo sun, Scorpio moon. You're not easy. Girl. Mars, this is not a toy. I'm going to remove it and put it over here. Please feel free if you want to touch any of the cards. I would love that for us. I would love that for all of us. Bit of cat. The other day, yeah, no, 2 days ago. Was it yesterday, Mars? Was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday, right? So Mars, I know that cats get this sudden burst of energy that makes them go shum, 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 shum. I know that they do that, and I've seen Marcy do it, but yesterday was a bit different. It's like I was actually there watching her, and she was like, it's almost like she wanted to jump through the walls. You could see something on the walls, say like an insect or something, and she was trying to get it, but there was nothing there. And so I'm watching her, I'm not liking how this shirt's sitting. So I'm watching her, yeah, and then I just felt bad for her because she's trying to jump up on the sides and she's missing, like she was all over the place. So I just burnt some sage into all the corners and done a little, you get me? She went straight to sleep in her chair next to me. Straight to sleep. The power of sage, yeah? The power of sage. Sometimes we need reminding. I needed reminding. I was like, nah, I need to get back on the sage sticks, guys. I'm going to see if I can pull some shit together before Christmas so that I've got some stuff to give to you lot, to flog to you lot for Christmas, so you can get some really beautiful gifts. I don't think it's going to be the same stuff as last year. I think I've got some new stuff bubbling, but I should be able to tell you lot all about that come next week. I mean, that was a secret plug. I've got some shit in the pipeline. Of course I have, because Christmas is coming, and you get me, 'tis the season, but it's not really Christmas Eve, but it's going to be like, I'm excited about this thing that I'm about to tell you about. I can't wait. It's nearly finished. Me and Biggs again back in our collaboration. See, whenever me and Biggs do anything, it's beautiful. So I can't wait to share this with you. I'll do it probably next week. You'll start to see, probably first advertise it on the gram innit, and the TikTok. If you lot join me on TikTok yet, you haven't. Come find me on TikTok. I'm not. I thought I'd be over there dancing. I keep breaking this up because I think I'm going to cleanse the cards, but then I don't. Wait, and it burns out really, really quickly. Let me cleanse up these cards here. You cleanse the cards with me, Marceline. Let me bring it closer. Yeah, girl. I've had the nails on for about 2 hours now. So I'm really, they're fragile. One falls smooth and they're off. But do you like the aesthetic for me? I love it for myself. Oh, Marcy, you going to pick the cards, baby? All right. Just cleanse these cards up for y'all. I've just waffled, innit? I watched the Twilight saga. I know I'm late, but when that shit was coming out, I had big people problems to deal with. Get me? I didn't have time for none of that. And I'd stopped watching vampire movies, even though vampire movies was my favourite. You know, my favourite film ever was The Lost Boys. I was devastated to find out what it was truly about. It's child trafficking and all them nasty shit there. But I loved me some Lost Boys. So Twilight Saga was more my daughter's era. So I remember she used to watch it a lot. And I wasn't mad at her because I used to like vampire movies. So, and then it just makes sense really, like, because you more get to know yourself, know that you're like, that's what I'm about. Thanks, girl. If Wednesday was from South. So yeah, I watched the Twilight Saga. Wow. It was wow for me. It was really, really wow. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I fucked up because I watched Breaking Dawn as my second movie when I should have been watching The New Moon, Eclipse, then Breaking Dawn 1, then 2. But I didn't. So do you know what I imagined? I imagined that, you know when you meet people and they're where they're at now, you're like, well, how did you get here? Or how come you ended up marrying this person? And so I went back to the story. Did you hear my stomach or my, whatever? Pardon me. Gas. And so I went back as if it was a friend telling me about their life or somebody that I've just met telling me how they got to the wedding. Because I watched the whole of Breaking Dawn till I knew, like, it was the second to last movie, innit? So I knew what was going to happen. But then I went back in the notion that, okay, so she's going to rewind and tell me like how she got here. And I enjoyed the whole thing. And because I just watched the Breaking Dawn 1 the night before, by the time I watched Breaking Dawn 2 the next night, because I was binging that shit, I needed to see what was happening, because that situation, no, it was messy, boy. It was messy in the first couple of, no, the second and the third movie, messy. Fucking messy. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I also watched a movie called The Adjustment Bureau with Matt Damon. I'm not a Matt Damon fan, but this film was interesting. This film was very, 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 very interesting. Let me tell you. It's very interesting. I don't know what the relevance is in terms of me being here today with you and that movie. No, Adjustment Bureau. Thank you, Heather Medina. Tell the people, like, it's a lot. It's a lot. So, and the fact that she mashed up her ankle, and the same with Breaking Dawn, she mashed up her foot. I was like, I was like, girl, but I can walk again. You lot, please, thank you. I have to thank the collective, because I know you lot be praying for me. I know you lot be putting good juju on my foot. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, because I'm on the mend. I think by mid-month, by mid-November, I should be back in my kicks, at least healthily, and exercising, like taking little walks around the park, you know, because I'm still limping. I'm still like a little pingu vibes, but I'm walking, because I did have a couple of intrusive thoughts that were like, what if you don't walk again? Like, I was like, that's not happening. That's not happening. We're getting better. That's not happening. So thank you for your prayers and your good juju and the love and all of the support and everything, because, guys, talk to me about these levels, because I know I'm talking really low, because I don't want to talk too loud and like be super overpowering. I just want to be natural. All right, should we get into prayer? All right. Our Divine Mother and Father who live within us, hallowed be thy name, our freedom come, your will be done in us as it is within you. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses against ourselves and others, as we forgive those who trespass against us and themselves, through all lifetimes, timelines, misunderstandings and levels of consciousness. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the absence of love. For we are the kingdom, we are the power. Divided we are weak, united we are victorious. And to you, the Almighty, we give all of the glory forever and ever. Duanete. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. So it is, and so it shall be. Ashe. I invite my ancestors, my angels, my Orisha, my guides, my guardians of the sea, air, earth and fire into this space. I thank my ancestors on this particularly special day, because I love today, not because of the dress up and all of the things, but that it's a potent day to remember my ancestors and those that came before me today and tomorrow. For me to be reminded of my magic and also my darker side. I love it so much. I love it. I love it. I love Scorpio season. It's like one of my favourites. All right, my G's. I don't know why I've got this deck in my hand. We're going to start with the tarot for some reason. Just move this over here. I've got a bunch of decks back in the kitchen, because I told you that last week that Marcy, or Saturday weekend, Marcy stole my chair. So I can't take this chair back into the bedroom again. This is her chair now. This is her chair now. Okay, what are you coming out with? She won. She's got the Six of Swords. Got some moving away from old thoughts, moving away from old thought patterns. Got the Ten of Pentacles. I think this is moving away from like possibly lack, you know, not having enough, because the Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. So this is moving away from that lack mentality. It has to. Hey, Miss Fallon. Hey, girl. It has to. Because how long can you sustain, honestly? How long can you sustain, man? You know, this rat race that we worship, and the notion that we must work hard or work ourselves to death in order to accumulate coin. We've got to move away from that mindset. You already know. I mean, I don't have to remind you, but I'm reminding you. Some of you are still applying for jobs or worried that you don't have a job, when you've been really given the opportunity to rest and, kick back. Told you, Divine Feminine, we get to sit a lot of this one out. We don't have to do too much. Just stay in our prayer, stay in our faith, and stay in our awesomeness. That's all we have to do at this time. We don't have to do much. Divine Feminine. Everybody's got their role, so everybody's playing their role at this time. This is our role. Even if you don't identify with Divine Feminine energy, it's within you. You may not have unlocked it yet, but it's within you. So I feel like, we're being asked to truly be divine in our femininity. Hey, Natalie M. Hey, beautiful. We're really being asked to be, very graceful and just, I haven't even got words for it, man. It's just I mean, that's what I've learned in my process. You think I would have kicked back the way I did kick back if I never broke up my foot? There's no way. There's no way. I don't even know how to do it. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know, even though I was, I like to chill. I like to chill, but I also like to get shit done. And somebody, I saw that word grinder. We on the grind. I'm a grinder. The other day I looked at my grinder. I don't like grinders because of the squeak it makes, the sound that it makes when it's grinding up the something. I like to crumble up my something with my fingers. Yeah, just get me. I'm before the age of grinder anyway. So I looked at this grinder. I looked at the structure of this grinder. And I decided that I'm not a grinder. I am not a grinder. I don't like to grind, and I'm not a grinder. I don't like to. It's just uncomfortable I'm not a grinder, and I've taken that out of my vocabulary. I don't like to grind, and I'm not a grinder. Do you get me? Even if you wanted to think about it in the sexual, it's Scorpio season. A grinder. So. Actually, that's a really bad example. It's a bad example. Let's think about it just as a work situation. Yeah. We have to change our mind about that. We don't have to work hard in order to accumulate and create safety for ourselves and security for ourselves and generational wealth for ourselves. We just need to be smart about it. We just need to be smart about it. Leah, don't egg me on here. Don't do that. We just need to be smart about it. You need to, okay, what, because I've got 2 more cards with that. There's a lot of cards. So I got the Wheel of Fortune. Remember, I have this particular depiction has got the dragon that is being dropped down. And then the one that's on the bottom, so this is the power, the powers that used to be. Look at this Marga dog. But then on the flip, you've got this bountiful, healthy dragon that's trying to go towards this Kundalini energy in order to bring forth what it needs. It's things like meditations and affirmations and, you know, good thoughts. I mean, we underestimate the power of a good thought, the power of a positive attitude at all times, and also the healing that brings, that removal of that grind mentality that one must grind in order to accumulate any type of wealth has got to be one of the most unhealthiest normalizations of human existence that there is. So that when we're resting, we feel bad about resting and doing nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. Do you get me? Not called for nothing. You could say no to everything. But you're over here wanting to be busy, wanting to be doing something. I understand that you want to accumulate something for your life and for your generations to come and all of these things. You've got time. You've got time, but at least get coordinated. At least, you know, coordinate your own mind so that you've got the ability to be consistent when you do start something on, when you do put your efforts, your physical and mental efforts into whatever endeavor you want to go into. Create a routine of consistency for yourself, even if it's just getting up and making your bed every day. When you wake up out of your bed. Consistency, consistently taking your bitters on an empty stomach, little lime shot on an empty stomach. Consistency, little walk around your area. Get me? Consistency before you even switch on your phone. Create some type of consistency for your well-being. And then you can start thinking about your next move. But this is all for the greater good. Become consistent in something before you start pushing forward in these things that you feel like you should be grinding at. All it takes is a little planning, a little strategy, a little strategic thinking. And actions, and you'll find yourself in places that you could never even imagine yourself to be in. Trust me. And I mean, we don't always wait for everything to come together, but speak everything out into existence. Speak out, speak to the people that you trust and love about the things that you want to do. I was talking to my boy that I went out with on the weekend about some ideas that I've got for the summertime, and he was like, "Oh, I can help you with that. I've got everything that you need to make that happen, and I don't want nothing from you." This time we postponed it this year. Well, we can see why everything was postponed this year. I mean, it was the 7th year. We wasn't supposed to be fastening everything, but I could have done the same thing this year, but I just didn't have all of the resources, but I wasn't speaking to the right people about it. People can invest in you without money, you know. People can invest time, equipment, ideas. And I know this thing of, keep everything to yourself, keep everything close to your heart, but there must be people that you trust at this point. You must have tribal members that you are comfortable enough with to bounce ideas around with and be excited about some of the things that you are creating. You are not an island. You do not have to do any of this by yourself. We are creating community. We are creating bartering. We are creating a because while the powers that be are trying to create a or a cashless society, we are doing the same. There's polarities. Everything is happening all at once. So if you are seeing a rise in cashless society, supermarkets that need IDs and stuff like that, there's also a community of people growing their own food and trading. You have options, you have choice, and you can choose which one you want to be a part of. Do you get me? Same brother was telling me about all of the fruit trees that are growing in our areas. We've got plums, apples, pears. He was telling me about rosehip growing wild just in where we live, in the middle of a concrete jungle. But he's telling me that we have fresh things just growing, that we no longer have to go to the supermarket for. We can harvest right here. And we're not even growing it ourselves yet. Do you see? So I feel like we're moving more and more away from this idea that we must rely on unnatural resources to sustain us. It's the wheel of fortune turning. Sometimes I wonder what I'm talking about, you know, like, why am I talking about that? Okay. And then we've got the Knave of Chalice, which is giving the Knight of what? Or the Page of Cups. Page of Cups. It's there's some type of offer. You know, every time I see this, they're like, there's some type of offer coming in. It could be a very naive, maybe childlike kind of offer, but it's an offer, an emotional offer. It could be the support, the resources, the help that you're looking for. But I also think as well, where we've got this guy scribing down here, I think that this is an invitation to look back on your thought patterns, look back on the plans that you have made in the past in order to possibly create wealth, create business. Because if you're journaling, then these things should be included in your journal. Why aren't you including the steps that you are taking in any endeavor that you've ever been involved in, so that you can see your patterns, you can see what works, what doesn't? Journaling is not just for the sake of writing. Journaling, I love the nails, that's why I keep doing it. Journaling is almost like a record of self, keeping a record of self, so that you can learn your patterns, that you can learn what you do from month to month, season to season. Do you get me? I noticed, in around summertime, around summertime, come like July, August, maybe even September. If I'm in July, August, September, if I'm in any type of relationship, I'm good to break up with you around those times. I ain't got no tolerance around them times of the year. So I know that whenever I get into any type of relationship with a partner, when that feeling comes over me, I have to know that it's a pattern within me. It's something that's repeating. It's not the person. Just little things like that. Little things like that. And you don't remember these things because we just don't. But if you review yourself through your journaling and your recording of self, because whenever we're doing the dark night of the soul, we should be journaling the whole time through a dark night of the soul. There should never be a dark night of the soul that doesn't include you recording how you are feeling at every given time and transmuting that through the writings. How else do you get through that shit? Please comment. How do you not get through the dark night of the soul without journaling? That's wild to me. I couldn't even imagine it. Because I've got to tell somebody what I'm going through. I have to say something. I can't just bottle this shit up every day. Oh my God, I could never. But the person that I trust the most are those pages, yo. Because they're always going to tell me the truth. Even if I don't want to say it with my mouth. The power of journaling is highly underrated. Highly underrated. All right, let's carry on. I'm definitely getting acrylics. I'm going to see if I could do hair one time. I know it's not healthy. I know, like, because I've been seeing like reports of, you know, the light things that the dryers, yeah, the infrared dryers are causing cancer and that shit there. I don't want or need it, but I'll find a way. I mean, I might get into stick-ons, but a friend was telling me that I'd have to file my nails down in order for them. I'm not doing none of that because my nails are really nice as well. Sorry. Five of Pentacles. I know some of you are a bit worried about being left out in the cold with all of this change, with cashless society, bartering. Like, where do you fit in? Where do you fit in? Choose. You don't even have to choose. You can have a bit of both. You can have a bit of both. Because there are still marketplaces. There are still local shops. The big supermarkets, you don't have to business yourself with them. If you shop locally, there's more likely that your local small business owners stay open and available to you while the big things is crumbling. Because just don't think it's just governments that are falling. Is the whole thing, the whole system, kuduf, buduf daf. It's the whole thing. Hey Amber, my darling. It's the whole thing that's crumbling. So if you feel like you're being left out in the cold, or you don't know which to choose, like, because you're not in a position to barter, maybe if you feel like you're not in a position to barter, or you feel like it's too expensive in the supermarkets and the big shops, then shop locally, like farmers markets, like just local shit. Your local shopkeeper. Like, my favourite supermarket is the Turkish supermarket around the corner. I love that place. It smells so good. I love that place. It's my favourite. It's my favourite. And I guess the less processed foods you eat, the less you will feel that the price of everything is going up and overwhelming you. Stop eating the shitty foods. And you can get, like, if you go to, like, for instance, like my local Turkish supermarket, if they've got certain produce that's going to go off or whatever, hey Heaven's World, then it goes down in price. Like the good old days. You can get some really beautiful, like 2 mangoes for £1, bit of dragon fruit, whole dragon fruit 75p. If it's a little bit withered and a little bit worn. Do you get what I'm saying? You can eat really, really well if you eat locally. And shop locally and eat seasonally as well. The reason why things are so expensive in the supermarket, even if you feel like it's fresh produce, because a lot of that shit is out of season. It shouldn't even be fucking growing. Hit me. So guys, you've got options, you know, more options than you're giving yourself credit for. There's no need to feel anxious and worried about things becoming cashless or bartering. You can just prepare yourself for it all. Prepare yourself for it all. You have options. Okay? Wow, I feel like that could be the whole reading, but that was just tarot. I've never just pulled tarot in a long, long time. So let's get it into Making Magic Oracle. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Making Magic Oracle. I swear that's what it's called. First card out, Safe and Happy Travel. It says protection from harm when journeying. It's a 7. Remember, we're still in the rabbit hole. You know what? It dawned on me today that the year of the rabbit lasts till February. I'm not even getting excited that it's going to be January or whatever. That shit lasts till February. The Chinese New Year is not until February. And when that does come in, we're going straight into the year of the dragon. I mean, I'm just saying, because remember the year of the rat. Imagine the year of the rat was 2020. What happened in 2020? If you think about rats being vermin and diseased and shit, what happened in 2020? Year 7 year of the rabbit. Fucking bloods. Has the rabbit hole been so deep? Has it been so deep? It just gets deeper. It just gets deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And then we get the year of the dragon. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm all right with it because I was born in the year of the dragon, man. I was born into that shit. It was the hottest summer, 1976, in recorded history. I was born that year. Year of the dragon. I've already said it's given, if you can't stand the heat, get the fuck out of the kitchen. So that's why there's no need to panic. There's no need to feel left out in the cold, like you're behind, or there's something that you're not doing, that you haven't prepared properly for this time. You've got choices, and you can change your reality as quickly as this, through the choices that you make for your life. Say something else. Wishes come true. Rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. It's one. Rapid achievement of your dreams and your wishes. Because you have to understand, when we do shadow work, yeah, it lightens us. When we do shadow work, it brings us closer to the knowing of self, the confidence in self, the confidence in the divine, in your ancestors, in your Orisha, in your guardians, in your angels. It brings us, every time we go through a dark night of the soul, it brings us closer to these things. And when I told you this heavy Kundalini energy, there's nothing more potent than orgasmic energy. And there's plenty of orgasmic energy up in Scorpio season popping off, I promise you. If you can't feel it, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. Because it's so loud. It's so loud. So the wishes coming true rapidly are just part of it. Do you get me? My eyes look a weird colour. They do look blood red, in it. Even the dark parts. Thank you. I haven't got no contacts in. I've been bunning a little bit. It's been a long time since I've been online and bun a little head in it. But it felt good on Saturday, so I thought I'd come again. So yeah, y'all. Remember what I said at the beginning of this thing? I mean, if Scorpio rules the genitals, I don't know. Like, I can't sit here and tell you not to do what you naturally feels like you want to do. I can't do that. I can't do that to you. I can't do that to myself. So if the opportunity comes about and you can partake in some sexual magic, go for it. Go for it. Be very intentional. Be very safe, but be very intentional. You get me? Don't be doing that shit with no lowlifes, no stupid people. It's such a waste of energy. Go on, Heva. Such a waste of energy when you just don't do it with somebody that doesn't want to play the game. Get me? But if you really do it with people that play the game and they play the game well, it's mad. It's mad. No, it's literally crazy. So it's Scorpio season. It's a hedonistic time of the year. Kundalini energies are on the rise, like yo. So I'm just saying, I mean, we should all be over 18 here. We should all be adults here and be able to use that information responsibly. I mean, it's the season. Anyway, I'm going to pull some Believe in Your Own Magic now. So I just saw something. You just see something. My head is gone funny at the top. It feels weird. You didn't just see that? Also, trust your, you know, the intuition. You know when you think you know something and you're not sure because you don't have the confirmation. Just trust that it's the right thing. You knew it. You knew it. You knew it. Everything that everything. You knew it. You already knew. Trust that. Trust that. Because yeah. And you're telepathic with bare people. Don't think it's just one specific person. You're telepathic with bare people. So if you find yourself having these imaginary conversations, just check it as a real conversation, yeah? Just see it as a real conversation that you just had. Well then. So I feel like Scorpio get a bad rap. I feel like Scorpio this season gets such a bad rap. You know. I've actually heard people describe Scorpio as villains. I have. And they're not easy. Not easy. But let's not remember the phoenix. Let's not forget. Thank you, Heaven's World, for the donation, girl. Thank you. Let's not forget the phoenix in the Scorpio. Let's not forget it. Let's not forget the life, death, life process that Scorpio know better than anybody. And the story, it says here, you can always rewrite the story. You know, if some way or somehow that using your sexual energy to gain your own power to manifest your dreams and stuff, whatever, has been villainized. I mean, even the way we dance is villainized. Yeah, I mean, I like to gyrate myself, yeah. I like it. I like when all of my body parts wobble and jiggle when I dance. I love that. But in some opinions, that's very, very sexual and shouldn't be. We just shouldn't be. Get me? I mean, also, you know, just who we choose to do what we do with and where we choose to do it and when we choose to do it. There's just so many rules to us being happy, healthy, sexual beings. There's just so many fucking rules that one way or another is going to make you feel bad about it. Scorpio energy says fuck that shit. And I think sometimes when people are approaching us coming from that energy, they too can be villainized. But some people don't understand, if a Scorpio, especially Scorpio placement people, come to you, I'm talking more like Moon, Venus, Suns, if they come to you from a sexual angle, these people are more likely than not in love with you. More likely than not, especially if they're not promiscuous with it and they're coming to you with that energy and you're just like, is that all you think it is? But more likely than not, it's much more than that. Scorpios, they get offended and upset and really, really sensitive if you shut them down when they try to come to you with sexual gestures and energy, because that's just who they are. It's just like you being offended by me as an Aries is always going to come and tell you how beautiful you are, how pretty you are, or your talk about your features, because I'm about the head, I rule the head. So I'm always going to notice something lovely about your face or not. Get me? And people think, oh, you're so superficial. It's not about looks. To me, it really is. To me, it really is. Luckily, I see beauty in most. Do you get? But it really is. So for Scorpios who are very, very sexual and driven by that energy, that is just how they move. And we should be not so offended by it, and in their season learn from it. Some people are scared to say what they want, you know, even from partners that they've had for a very long time. Scared to, you know, talk to their partners about trying some new shit and exploring some new avenues. Hey, Soul's Journey as ZR. Do you get me? Scorpio season's a perfect opportunity to open up dialogue about sexual desires and preferences and these things with people that you trust. Do you get me? Tis the season. Right, boom. So for the villain, we got the Eight of Pentacles. I mean, this is again the learning of the self, the spirit having the human experience. So it's about the more you know about yourself, the more I'm dead. I'm dead. But listen, the Eight of Pentacles with the villain, this is about mastery of self. We've also got the Magician with that as well. It's mastering of self so that nobody can villainize you because you know yourself. Nobody can tell you what you are and are not because you know yourself. Do you get me? And the Eight of Cups, which is giving you, you know, just leaving old notions of certain emotions behind, because some of you are really emotional when it comes to talking about, not engaging in, because as women, I'm a woman, I'm emotional with sex. So what do you mean? Like, I'm just emotional. If you don't want, I always tell men, if they don't want emotion when it comes to sex, they shouldn't be fucking women. I tell them straight to their face. That's what I think. So, like, we're emotional beings, but I'm talking about emotions when it comes to actually approaching the subject, talking about the subject. Being overly emotional can prevent you from getting the things that you want and being satisfied in this space. I don't think I've ever done a video like this in my life, but I've just been like this. Never. Do you get me? I'm really maturing. So, some of you guys, you know, just walk away from the shame of talking about sex and what you like, and also, you know, feeling that if somebody is leading with that energy, that they are good for nothing, that they just want to you know, like it's just reminded me of a conversation. I had a conversation with one of my clients. My client is 29, male. I've been doing his hair for 8 years. So I met him when he was 21. Hey Yvette. So we're quite comfortable with each other. We're cool with each other. But I just feel like sometimes there's just some shit that you don't talk about. But it came up. We started talking about sex. I saw somebody say that this is controversial. Remember, I saw this. I'm not saying it. Okay? I'm just repeating. This is how the conversation came about. And there was a man saying that men that watch pornography are gay because Why would another man want to feel comfortable looking at another man's things? So I brought that, I said that. I don't know how we got there. But we went round some houses and we found ourselves there. And then we got into the... Marceline, did you fart? You know, all the months that I've been living with this cat, I've never heard her fart. I've smelled her fart, but blood. Is that what that was? Gross. Sorry, it's to shame you. I'm not shaming you. I kind of am because we're live, but I'm sorry. Don't feel no way. It is what it is. It just took me by surprise. You get me? So we got into that conversation and he told me his perspective and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and whatever. And we talked about this for long. Like we stayed on the subject for a really long time. It wasn't something that we jumped in and then quickly jumped out of. We jumped in and we stayed there and we was just back and forthing about different aspects of what we were speaking about. And I was thinking, I'm talking about sex with a 29-year-old young man. That's wild for me. But then I was just like, no, that's growth for me. And that's also showing this young man that it's a safe space to talk to a woman about, talk about sex with, and especially an older woman as well, that could maybe advise certain things, or even just listen to certain things that they may not be able to have with another person. So it was an interesting subject. Wow, Moss. It was an interesting subject to talk about, and I was just like, that's normal enough. It should be normalized enough, because I know growing up, my parents never talked to me about it at all. Neither one of them brought it up in any way, shape or form at no part of my life. So, it's better that our young people feel comfortable enough to talk to us about their sexual journeys rather than learn it from pornography. Wouldn't you say? I mean, I'm not going to sit down and talk about my own personal sexual experiences and expect to hear about theirs, but just general opinions about it. Do you understand? But then having that conversation with that young man would make it even more easier for me to have sexual conversations with people that I'm actually having sex with. Do you get? Pornography definitely isn't education. It really isn't. It's one of the biggest miseducations that's ever been given to us, but hey ho. And you know where he said he was watching porn? I don't even want to advertise it, but when he said he was getting it off Twitter, I said, what? No, I was that shocked that I went that high pitch. I said, what? Different times, boy. Anyway, my G's, what else can I pull for you? What else can I give to you? I can give you a crystal. We can have a crystal, can't we? You don't need to be in longer than an hour at any given time, innit? It was just two main themes. It was just about not feeling left out in the cold, about, becoming cashless society or a bartering society, and sexual kundalini energy, and to not villainize your desires and your fantasies at any given time. Hey Harry, I don't know what I just said, so I can't remember what I just said. So yeah, guys, those were the themes. My stick-ons didn't embarrass me. Should be a blackjack dealer, thanks. That's a strong shuffle. Thank you, Harry. No, you don't understand how good that makes me feel, because they'll ask the regulars, they'll tell you that I don't feel confident shuffling. I'm good. I'm good. I can't work for nobody, yo. We were just talking about that as well. I can't work for no one. Sorry. All right, can we get our crystal? Can we get our bow and get on out of here? Oh, see it there? You gonna grab it for me, Mars? Oh no. No? Okay. Look at this cat, the way it's gripping me. Look at the way she's gripping me. Why are you gripping me like this? Why are you gripping me? Tell me that your cat is not from... Tell me that your cat is from South London without telling me that your cat is from South London. Why did she just grips me like that? Why did you grips me like that? Don't tell me that you love me. I love you too. I love you. Get me? You see what the cats do? It's I love you, innit? That's what she's doing. I love you too. Yeah, girl. Yep. Yeah, girl. You look like you're going to pounce on me, so I'm just going to divert my eyesight away from you. Because I'm not ready for that. Marceline, I'm not ready for that type of behaviour. You get me? 28, smoky, sorry, I didn't show you in it. Smoky quartz celestial, 28. It's very beautiful. 28. Smoky quartz celestial, transmutational magic. A stone for karmic healing, smoky quartz celestial opens into different dimensions and brings powerful transmutation. Self-understanding. You have a powerful survival instinct and ability to go where others dare not. Transmute the past. Realize that darkness is not evil. Facing your deepest fears turns these into golden gifts. You know that death is only a transformation into another state of being. Big Scorpio energy. Take responsibility for your life. Don't let others take control. Divination, be patient. Much stirs beneath the calm surface. Total transformation is close. It may entail a trip into the underworld. Where the hell do you think we are right now? Your shadow becomes your brightest gift. Toxic emotions turn to positive regard. Toxic emotions turn to positive regard. Ground your efforts in the everyday, but retain contact with higher realms. We ain't got no choice at this point, right here in this big Scorpio season. Success comes through dedication, told you, and trust in your abilities. Mentors are available. Release yourself from old enchantments. Release yourself. Remember it said it right at the beginning. Release yourself from old enchantments that you have to work hard in order to have everything that you want and need. Let go of that. Let go of that. Mentors are available. Release from old enchantments. Healing insight. No part of you is evil or bad. Embracing your shadow leads you to healing hidden in the darkest reaches of yourself. Because I ain't got my glasses on in it. Frequency, exceptionally high. Chakra, earth star, base sacral star, and stellar gateway. Timing, Scorpio, Capricorn. Soul path, total transmutation. There's your bow. Enjoy this season. Enjoy this Scorpio season. It's my favourite, one of them anyway. And I'll see you on the other side. I love you. Thank you so much for donations, for your continued love and support. And I'll see you really soon. Mwah.